WordNerds! Welcome to our live stream on this Sunday, September the 15th.
Good job on stretching that out for 10 seconds.
Right? 2019. Yeah, so welcome. We're going to be doing a write-in. If you've never joined us for one of these before, the way it works is we set a time and an amount of time, and then we start writing at that time for that amount of time. And at the end, we check back in, cheer each other on. It's just generally a good opportunity to be productive, to really just enjoy writing with other people. And we also do provide writing prompts. If you are in need, you by no means have to use the prompts. But yeah, so I guess for starters, just let us know in the discussion section as well. But what are you guys all working on? Emma.
I'm still drafting forever. I'm like past the halfway point in the book now, and I'm at like 68,000 words. So there's a lot more words left to write.
And Kelly?
I'm a little all over the place with different projects. So I have like 444 words to do just on a random scene I was writing yesterday to get my streak there. And then I'm going to be playing with some note cards and doing some plotting with so many pen colors.
Yeah. Yes, I found my purple pen. It was underneath the seat in the car. If you guys watched my video, I talked about that. But now I have all the colors of pens. Erin, what are you working on?
I am very, very excited to be drafting again. And my story is about druids and demon kings and thieves and people that fall in love with each other that aren't supposed to fall in love with each other. And I'm just so pumped to be drafting.
I love all of those things.
Yeah, I recently finished up revisions, so that is out with beta readers now. And I'm hoping to take advantage of that brief time off by plotting my new idea today. I saw we had some other people plotting in the discussion section, a lot of people plotting actually. We had Sabra is plotting, Jeremy Denton is outlining for Nano. We've got some people revising and drafting, the whole spectrum of writing. So yeah, I guess we will. Do you want to just dive right in now?
Sure. Let's do the thing.
Let's do it. Okay, so your first prompt is to use this quote somewhere in your next scene. Why on earth would you let her in?
Ooh.
And I will put that in the discussion section. Our sprints go for 20 minutes, so we will check in at the hour. Good luck. Oh, also feel free to ask any reading or writing questions, and we will answer them in between sprints. Thanks. time. How did it go for everyone?
Good. I got 452 and I made like a summary index card. So I started.
Nice.
Nice.
I wrote exactly 300, apparently. And
Very
got
tough
chocolate.
Yes.
Did you say chocolate?
Yes.
Oh,
I
jealous.
have a bunch of Halloween chocolate.
Already, eh?
As you should.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice. I didn't get anything written, but I'm rereading in order to plunge back into this draft because it's been a while since I wrote the first 1,000 words. So
I started my new Google spreadsheet for this idea. So I've got all my notes into it now. And I took some time to like divvy everything up. So I've got like sections for the plot and the characters and the world by like place and all of this stuff. And so now I have to actually in the next sprint start on the things that I haven't already had ideas for by now. So we'll see how that goes. We've got people letting us know how they did in the discussion section. Melissa got 49 but came in late. Starlight Sapphire got 274. Lizzie got 501. Golden Books got 211. So yeah, definitely let us know in the discussion section how you did. We had a couple questions, I believe. One asked, this is my first time on this channel. Is this more geared towards writing for novels? Generally, yes. Our write-ins, you can do whatever you want to be productive during them. We have people who come, they do homework. We have people working on academic papers, like research ones for publication. The questions we tend to answer are a little more geared towards novel writing, but anyone is welcome.
And if you're asking about the channel in general, we have a couple of script writers, people who've done videos about that. But and have they done short story videos? Probably somewhere in there. So,
there's a lot of videos in
our
backlog. Someone asked if I'm wearing an NaNoWriMo shirt. Yes, I am. It's coming.
Preptober.
It's the season. Jeremy got 799 words. Let's see. If I've missed a question that you asked, please feel free to re-ask it. We're doing it on StreamYard now, so things are still like adjusting. The comments are a little bit delayed, so if we don't answer right away, it might be that. Yeah. So give people a couple more minutes to. Oh yeah, Vanessa asked, is drafting the same as plotting? Which does anyone have strong feelings on whether drafting and plotting are the same?
No, they're not.
I could see like a situation where you maybe plot as you go, in which case plotting would be part of your drafting. But generally, plotting is considered like the planning of what the beats of your book are going to be, and drafting is the actual writing.
Yeah, if you're a pantser and you write by the seat of your pants, then yeah, it probably is the same thing. You might be plotting as you go, but for those of us who actually plot, I don't start drafting at all until I've got it all plotted out.
Yeah, I've been trying to do more of like a headlights writing thing. I'm not sure how much I liked it. It has made revisions much more work.
Yeah.
It's like I do a lot of plotting as I go. Like I like kind of plot in sections, but I still consider plotting and drafting, even though I do them around the same time. They're different like processes and use different parts of my brain. So
exactly, yeah. I definitely use a more like problem solving hat, so to speak, and then writing hat comes on after I start the drafting process.
Yeah.
Same with editing.
So I guess we will start you guys want a 5-minute breather, or do you want to jump right in again? We keep ending on multiple so far.
I can go again whenever.
Yeah.
All right, let's just do it. Let's just jump in, be super productive. We were like 10 minutes late starting, so, you know, making up for lost time. Your prompt for this sprint is to have your character have a lucid dream. So a dream where they are just a little bit in control. And we will check in at the 26, the 25-ish, but I'll give you a little bit of extra time. And I will put all this information in the discussion section. In time. Well, as we can see, Erin has transcended her corporeal form. Now it is just the three of us who you can hear. Let us know how you did in the discussion section. We'll take a few more minutes between this one and the next sprint than we did from the last one. So definitely feel free to ask any bookish writing questions that you might have, and we will answer those as well. And yeah, how did it go for you guys?
Good. I wrote 2.5 cards out and got a cheese and cracker platter.
I saw you come back with that. I was like, I want that.
Is it cheap?
Mm-hmm.
I got 376.
Nice.
Yeah.
I am trying this thing this time where in the anatomy of story, it talks about coming up with your premise and how it's a good idea to come up with multiple possible premises. And so right now I'm trying to come up with multiple possible premises for this book with the ideas that I currently have, like different ways I could incorporate them to hopefully
Kind of neat.
Yeah. I have one. So I would like to get like 2 more. How'd it go for you, Erin?
Not bad. I got 207 words.
Nice. In the discussion section, we've got Tamara looked over a chapter and is tweaking it a bit. Melissa got 165. Golden Book's got 236 words that they're still really liking. Way to go. Misty Kate organized writing prompts for Nano. Sarah edited almost 1 page of this manuscript and only has like 10 left to go. Vanessa got 282. Random person got 211.
That sounds so funny. For a second, I thought you were like just some random person.
This is random.
Actually, their name.
Oh. Yeah. So we mentioned earlier that NaNoWriMo's coming up. Are you guys doing it this year? Or?
Therein lies the question. Are you doing it this year?
It depends on how long it takes my beta readers to get back to me, I guess.
Oh, pressure.
No. Also, it depends on how well plotting goes for this book.
I don't know. I'm torn.
Yeah. For me, it's like if I have revisions to do, then I want to do those, and so I will nano rebelliously. But if it's like I need time to think up what my game plan is, or if I just I don't know, if everyone comes back and says I have to rewrite the book and I just want to take a month off, then I'm definitely doing nano. But I don't want to wait to start this new idea. So
Yeah.
like, do I have to finish this one first?
Well, what it's like the 15th today, September, October.
It's like 6 weeks ish.
Oh my god.
That's a lot.
Put it in weeks like that. That is a lot of time, but
It doesn't feel like a lot of time.
it's also very much not a lot of time.
That weird in between. I'm trying to decide if I would be like, I only have like 6,000 words of this draft so far. I'm trying to decide if I would be done yet or not by then. Either way, I'll be working on it for Nano, I think. Either editing or drafting the last bit of it.
I'll definitely still be drafting this during Nano, but like I don't know if 50,000 will be like a appropriate word count for me in November. It depends on like how this semester goes, because right now it hasn't been a super bad semester, but I'm only a few weeks in. So
I feel like we'll all be rebelling or nanoing rebelliously, as Megan put it.
Yeah. We've got people in the discussion section talking about doing nano. And Griswold is and loves nano. Tamara is doing it but isn't sure what to work on yet. And Misty Kate usually sets a lower goal than the 50K, like for camp.
Fair.
Yeah.
More than fair. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I always want to, and I get so excited. And then about halfway through, I'm like, well, I didn't do this.
Usually it ends up lining up pretty well. Like I plan my year out well enough that in the month before November, I'm plotting a new idea.
Oh, that's a good idea.
But this year, it just the way I finished revisions and got it out to people, and when I've had this idea, it isn't lining up quite as well.
So that's the trick, is to just plan your whole year, i.e. your entire life,
Yeah.
around Nano so that you time it right.
Yep.
That sounds reasonable.
Yeah. Some years I planned it that way, and some years it's just kind of like the cookie crumbled that way. But it's always nice to be able to do it.
Well, like I said, I've been editing the opposite since January. So I don't think I would be capable of putting this off until November. So I don't have that willpower.
Yeah.
Megan, or not Megan, Emma, does your shirt have pumpkins?
It does.
Yes.
So
I
cute.
was admiring it earlier.
It's so Halloween-y.
It's from Target. They also had ones with candy corn, and then they had like black ones with little bats on them too. Yeah.
Target? Oh, okay. We don't have a Target here.
Anymore.
Yeah, that's right. We drove them out of town.
Yeah.
If you guys visit
Schools.
the States, then
We don't need you here in Canada.
you're like crossing the border and they're asking you if you've brought any weird stuff back. And you're like, it's just 500 pumpkin t-shirts. It's fine. I have no intention of reselling them.
Also, Harry Potter socks. It's just a trunk full of Halloween and Harry Potter stuff.
Perfect.
Yeah, I feel like that's reasonable.
Yeah. Well, I guess we will start our last sprint of the night at the 5, which is in 3 minutes. And I have a prompt here somewhere. When the time comes, the prompt is going to be a moment to breathe. A lot of times when we are writing, it's a lot of going, but your characters also need time to take stock of what has happened and maybe think about what they want to do next. So write one of those scenes now.
I could have used that prompt all through Emmeline. Oh, Kelly, your doggo is so cute.
She wants all my cheese.
Well, one can hardly blame her.
A smart doggo.
Me too.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Someone is mad.
He also wants cheese.
Yeah. My child would also like your cheese.
See, that could be
Everyone
arranged.
wants her cheese.
Yeah.
I saw Corey today. Oh my god.
I saw your tweet about it.
It was like a lot of flailing because Sean was driving, so it was just me going ah in the passenger window. I'm sure I scared the poor woman walking the corgi. This lunatic.
Have any of you seen this season of Queer Eye? Where
Yes.
Yeah.
Anthony sees the corgi.
Yes. He's like, no one told me there was a corgi.
And like the scenes are just going on, and he's in the background just losing his mind.
Pretty much me. Yeah. It's very relatable.
Oh, amazing.
I feel like every season of that show, Anthony just reveals a little bit more how much of a weirdo he is, and I love it. He gets more relatable as the show goes on.
There's a house near me that they have 4 corgis, and their mailbox is a corgi.
Oh my god.
It's amazing.
Yes.
Give me all the corgis.
Well, on that note, it is time. Again, that prompt is a moment to breathe. Maybe your character's moment to breathe involves a corgi.
I think corgi.
All
That's a
related.
really good transition, Megan.
We didn't go off topic. So yeah, the check-in for this final sprint will be at the 55, and I will put all this info in the discussion section. Like always, good luck. And that is time on our last word sprint.
Ooh.
Went very quickly tonight. I feel like I was just finally starting to get into the flow of like, oh, a different story, not the story that I've been focusing on for so long.
Yes. Totally agree.
I spent an inordinate amount of time this sprint trying to figure out what the last name was going to be of my 3 sibling characters. And every time I thought I found a good one, I Googled that name and the word character. And it kept coming up with like very popular character names. How did it go for you guys?
Better than last time, actually. 300 words.
Nice.
But I got hung up on the same thing. I was trying to name, like, not even a major character, just like a shopkeeper. And I was like, no, I hate all of these names.
I like in the first draft, I don't name like 75% of the like the like minor characters because like part of the problem is that if I do name them, by the time they show up again in the story, I'm going to forget it again. And so I end up giving them like multiple names. And so I just like don't name them until later. I'm like, I'll come back to this.
That's smart.
True. That is smart. I know other people do that too, where they're just like shopkeeper or like guard number 2, but I just can't. That drives me crazy for some reason. I can't.
I like put it in brackets so it's like easy to search and find later.
So smart.
Yeah, I did that a lot in like my first and second draft of the book that you guys have and are reading right now. But then I ended up cutting a lot of them because it was like if I didn't need to name them, it was only like one of them that I actually needed to keep.
I should learn my lesson and not get attached to names though, because like the last like Witches of Ashenur, I had to rename one character like 4 different times. Ridiculous.
You renamed your main character in that one, right?
Yeah, actually also like 3 times.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. And it's worse for main character because I'm like, yeah, she started out as, I can barely remember now, like Kira or something. Oh,
yeah,
God.
I think it was Kira when I wrote it.
Yeah, I think so. Because I remember being like, should I not name her Kira? Because I really like the name, but I was also kind of close to Kyra. Like, will Kyra think I'm naming her after her? No. I always think about that. Like, I could never use, like, I named my character Emma before I met Emma. And now I'm like, it's weird.
Now, every time you mention it, I'm like, what? You're like, Emma's being so difficult. I'm like, what?
It's like I have a male character named Aaron. And every time I say it, I'm like, this was maybe a mistake. But it's a boy name.
I think I usually also call Emma Emmeline.
Yeah.
Technically, right? So unless I'm referring to her really super casually. But yeah.
Yeah, so when you're like just talking about her in the book. Like when she's being difficult.
Oh man. Sorry, I'm attached to the Emmeline Black name. Maybe I should just call her Emmeline through the whole book.
Nope.
Oh no, I'm just gonna tell people you named your character after me.
Yeah. Oh, nice. But she's a good character. It's not like she murders anyone. So you're probably
God dang it.
Mhm.
I'm gonna need you to add in some murder.
Oh, okay. I'll get on that.
Get on that, yeah.
Yeah.
I know you're done with revisions, but I'm gonna need you to do one more round
Go back.
and add 70% more murder.
Not ever those revisions. So I'll just be like, excuse me, editor, I'm going to add a lot of murder to this middle grade.
I'm gonna make the main character murder people.
Yes.
There's going to be a serial killer in this new draft.
12-year-olds are gonna love it.
Fine. It's totally
Check the discussion section here. We got Melissa got 110, Lizzie got 454. Random person finally hit a total word count of over 20,000. Golden Books got 337. Tamara worked through the rest of this chapter and found a couple small holes to fill. Jennifer worked out on the lead up to the breather scene.
We do have a question, I think, as well.
Yes. So Julie said, hello all, I've been wanting to continue with writing recently. The story I'm wanting to continue with has been sitting for a long time. And there was a clarification on it. I'm starting writing this month. Would NaNoWriMo be a good motivation to keep going?
It's a good question. I feel like very in the same spot because I had originally like 5,000 or 6,000 words of the story, and now that's what I've been doing this sprint is like trying to get back into it because I haven't touched it in like 3 months or something. So yeah, I think use your Preptober time to like get back into the voice of your characters and rereading over everything and maybe reading plot notes if you have them. And then I would for sure dive back into it for Nano if that's something you want to do. It'd be good to get like pumped up about it again, right? And a Nano is really good for pumping people up, I find.
Yeah. And a lot of people do like NaNoWriMo and like finish their novel in December if it was going to be longer than 50K anyway. So you can just do that work on the front side and then try to cross the finish line and finish that draft in November instead.
For sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I mean, no one's going to be looking over your shoulder and being like, I noticed that you got the last 50,000 of your book instead of the first 50,000. So that doesn't count. No, like it totally counts.
Yeah.
And just, we're big fans of NaNoWriMo, obviously, on this channel. But it's just a really great time to be a writer because every other month of the year, it's very easy to feel like I'm doing this alone. But that month you are not.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. And of course, you know, we do write-ins once a month outside of Nano. So definitely join us for that. I know Tamara is also here in the discussion section, and Tamara also does write-ins really frequently. So definitely check those out. Let's see. We've got some great encouragement in the discussion section for you as well, Julie.
Yeah, you guys are awesome.
Yeah.
You're so supportive in these comments. I just love the community. You guys are amazing.
Yeah. One of the things that Julie mentioned was it will be challenging. I have a daughter that's 5.5 months, which we feel you. Erin and I both had children in the last little over a year. So it's hard, but you can do it.
Yeah. I think we recently have a momming and writing video or something? One of us did. I can't remember.
I want to say you did one.
I think so. I keep meaning to do another one though, because
I feel like you guys have taled about doing.
Yeah, we want to do a
Kaylin.
collab one that also gets Kaylin, former WordNerd, on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good idea. Like maybe even tap into some of that WordNerd fan base and like maybe just do a whole big tip video. That could be kind of fun.
Yeah.
People that have kids. Something like that.
Because writing is always hard, but children are a very unique. You have to tackle the distractions in a different way than you do for other distractions.
Like literally at the start of this writing sprint, I hear this little like knock, knock, knock on my door, and I'm like, the child is loose.
Yeah.
Husband, come get him.
Unlike adults, you can't just like lock yourself in a room and be like, "Don't bother me for the next 2 hours."
You can.
Take care of yourself.
here's the pizza. Yeah, he's not even 2 yet, so that's not gonna fly.
Yeah, you know, like in The Sims, you just put some pizza on the floor and just leave. You'll get this when you need it.
Oh yeah, it's a nightmare to come back to. I'm sure if your child is not The Sims and actually real.
Oh, well, yeah. Oh, I don't know about you guys, but I'm just feeling so like spacey today. It's been a week.
It has been.
Yeah.
Weak.
It's always the weekend for me. It's like absolutely insane because it's just like the weekend is not my weekend. The week is my weekend, if that makes any sense. Because 5 days I'm writing, and then the 2 days it's just like suddenly small child is like 24 hours. Like, oh my God. So yeah, I feel you.
So I guess we'll probably wrap it up here then. Does anyone have any last minute thoughts, feelings?
None at all whatsoever.
No thoughts, no feelings. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us today, guys. You have all been incredible. Thank you for writing alongside us. Checking my calendar. Next week, we have 2 weeks until our book club chat. So not this coming Sunday, but the next one, we're going to be talking about Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor. It's a big book, so you'll want to start it sooner than later. Next week, we will be talking about something. Check out our videos on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Yep.
Oh my God, what a week. Tuesdays and Thursdays. And we will let you know in those what the Sunday special chat is going to be. Yeah, thank you so much again. We love you guys so much. You're all amazing writers. You can do all the things. And
Please like and subscribe.
oh yeah, I have a banner. We have a banner.
We
Please
love
like
you.
and subscribe. And we will see you next week. Bye.
Bye. The awkward dancing.
Awkward long way. Awkward long way.